Hey guys, it's the Delphine here, and this is the Ajoche recap series. We're in week 4 and a lot has happened. So like I said before, in week 3 or 2, we're legit just watching all fun at this point because this babe, it's like the entire story is around her right now. So let me tell you what's going on with her and Obey, her sister healer girl. So Obey tells her that she's married now. It's like maybe somebody put something in her food because she doesn't understand the kind of love she has for this guy. That's the character played by Bassi. And then she remembers that she gave Bassi some love potion thing some time ago. That was in like week 2 or so. So obviously Bassi used the love potion on her friend Obey. So she's really angry and she's not happy about it, and she confronts Bassi. As they get talking, she now starts to ask questions about the queen that died. That's T-Boss's character. And Bassi is wondering, like, why are you asking me all these questions? She's like, I live in the palace now. I'd like to know more about this place that I'm at. I want to know more about the culture. So tell me, what was the queen like? What were her hobbies? And then Bassi tells her about these pots that the queen used to make and that had markings inside of them. So then she goes further to ask questions about the king, that she hears that the king does these evening walks. He takes walks into the bushes sometimes. So she now asks Bassi for the king's location where he takes these walks. And Bassi is really, at this point, he's like, now wow, this babe really wants to know all these things. And of course, Mumu, he tells her. So guess what Orphan does? She now has this minion that she's teaching how to be a healer. So she asks her minion to go get wet pots. So she goes to get the pots. She now makes those markings that she heard the queen used to make in the pots. And then of course, she took these pots into the bushes where she knew the king would be. And then she now starts to sing this song. Apparently, this is a song that the queen used to sing when she's at work. The king is going about his evening walk, and then he hears this song that his dead queen used to sing. And then he rushes towards her and he's wondering that, what are you doing here? And she says, oh, nothing, that she came to look for some herbs. The king is like, why are you singing this song? And she said, it's just a song I sing. Like, basically, it's just one of my things that I do when I'm working. So obviously, I don't know what that is about, but she has obviously planted a seed in the king's head. Who knows? Maybe the king will now start to think about her like the way he used to think about his queen. Who knows? Maybe he's going to start falling for her. Who knows? I guess we'll find out this week. Okay, so still on happenings in the palace. So remember this kid, one of the princesses who was to wed a prince from Ufam? Yeah, that one. So, you know, she fought with her servant, her handmaiden person that she threw her food at, a yam and red oil at the week before. Anyway, they are now friends. So this is what happened. She asks how that's the slave girl, where she's from. And then she starts to tell her, oh, I'm from the north, and then there's this queen called Queen Amina. So obviously the princess gets wide-eyed, like she's really curious to know, oh, so there was a queen that ruled and was a warrior. I want to know more about this queen. She's like a woman queen. Wow, I'd like to know everything about where you come from and who this queen is. And obviously, so they're now really close friends, and maybe she's gonna get the idea that she can become queen, heir to the throne, because it's something that she actually asked her father when she was a child. Why do we not have a queen who can be an heir to the throne? Legit question. So let's talk about the kids on this show. So there's a lot of talk about destiny and what is going to become of this new priestess. That's the head healer's daughter who has become a priestess. She's not supposed to be wearing white. She's not gonna marry anyone anymore because she's not a priestess. So that's her destiny basically, and they're really confused and they're just talking about it. So one of the kids who is training to be a soldier, who spars in the field, he suggests, why don't we go and steal the statue from so and so place so that we can find out what our destiny is. I mean, these are kids, like, which one is destiny? Like, how is that one your problem? When I was a child, my #1 problem in life was how I would grow up, make my own money, and buy biscuits for myself. So I don't have to ask anybody and they tell me, no, I don't have money. You are not eating biscuit. That was my mission as a child. And these kids are talking about destiny, really? There must be some real mature kids. Okay, so these kids actually did go to the shrine. They did steal the statue and they replaced it with, I don't know, a counterfeit, something. And they're heading back home, and obviously the head healer, that's the priestess's girl, the girl priestess, her mom sees them, but for some reason she doesn't see that they're hiding something behind their back. So I'm curious to see what happens in that story arc. So she accidentally knocks down this lady's stuff that she's selling, and then it's like the seller is intimidated by her. She immediately says, no, I'm sorry, oh, I'm sorry. I mean, Auntie Priestess is the one that hit you. Why are you apologizing? She's like afraid because the girl is now a priestess. She doesn't want any harm to befall her. So she's like, you know what, I'm going to give you some of these things for free. And the girl is really surprised. She's wondering that what is going on. And then obviously she tells her mom. Her mom is like, this is exactly what's going to be happening right now because things are different. You're now a priestess. They respect you more. So you need to act accordingly. Now back to the king. On Friday's episode, next time on Ajoche, we see that T-Boss appears to the king. And he's like, oh my goodness, you're back. You're back. I thought T-Boss was dead. So maybe it's her ghost. I don't know. Probably something Ofun did to him during his walk. Maybe the jazz is now working. Anyway, today we're going to see what happens next. This was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. Let me know your thoughts about what's going on in general in the Ocholuje kingdom. I didn't really see much of the general. Like at this point, I really didn't care much about his story. He just keeps falling ill. Is that why you are here? You are a general, uncle. Once again, it's the Delphinator here. Do not forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and share this video. Until the next one, toodles.